To understand what life really is, visit 3 places. In a hospital, you see that nothing matters more than health. When the body grows weak, you realize how valuable something is that you once took for granted. In a prison, you see that freedom is not just a right, it is a gift. It is not only about walls, but about choices, thoughts, and the courage to use your freedom. In a cemetery, you see that life is fragile and never guaranteed. We chase money, fame, and recognition, but in the end it is not about what we had, it is about what we gave. And in the end it is not about death at all. It is about living, about trying, achieving, and simply enjoying the time we have. If you trust too much, you will be betrayed. If you love too much, you will be lost. If you think too much, you will be depressed. If you speak too much, you will lie. If you expect too much, you will be disappointed. If you care too much, you will be taken for granted. If you eat too much, you will be obese. If you spend too much, you will have no future. If you look too much, you will lose your focus. If you pursue life too much, you will lose everything. The morale is simple. Balance is the key to a fulfilling life. Too much of anything can lead to ruin, while moderation keeps you grounded.
You know, sometimes your mind plays tricks on you. It can tell you you're no good, that it's all hopeless. But I've discovered this. You are loved and important, and you bring things to this world that no one else can. So hold on. Asking for help isn't giving up. It's refusing to give up. Isn't it odd? We can only see our outsides, but nearly everything happens on the inside. Imagine how you would be if you were less afraid. Love doesn't need you to be extraordinary. You are enough as you are. One of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. Don't measure how valuable you are by the way you are treated. When the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose. A person who is being honest is always interesting. When things get difficult, remember you are loved. Always remember you matter. You're important. Never forget that your uniqueness is your greatest strength.
Every word that comes out of your mouth has 100 to 1,000 times more power than a thought, because when you speak, the word vibrates into the universe. When you think, you're sending out a vibration only through your mind, but when you speak, you have to have the thought as well. So, when you speak, not only are you having a thought come from your mind, but the vibration is coming out of your mouth into the physical universe. It's vibrating molecules. It has creative force. You speak things without thinking. So think about what you say. I'm so dumb. Boom. You just spoke that into existence. Things don't work out for me. You just spoke that into existence. Think about what you say. You don't need to listen to your words. Let me tell you what rich people do. They speak into existence what they want. When you speak things, it is dramatically different than if you just think it.
Anything you say with the words I am, your subconscious takes as a command. Most people think they're just describing the present, saying things like I'm sick or I'm tired, but in reality, they're prescribing their future by reinforcing their current state. And that's something most people never realize. The ones who live the most effective lives act as if the future is already happening, and it's perfect. The only beliefs that make sense are the ones that move you from where you are to where you want to be. Everything is a binary choice. You're either choosing thoughts that lead you toward your goals or away from them. You're choosing love or fear, just like a computer code, 0 or 1. So which one do you want to choose? This is where you have to become conscious, because most people around you are not. They agree with whatever is negative without even thinking. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with positive people. And if you don't have that around you, be careful who you follow on social media and make sure your feed is filled with creators who put out positive content. Content that lifts you up and inspires you to live better.